Until a few years ago, building the definitive workstation was strictly a matter of math. As long as you had the budget, the skill, and the resolve, you just wrote down your shopping list, click checkout, and wait for it to ship. But today, in 2026, the math simply doesn't work anymore. Welcome to Rational Tech. Today we are breaking down the greatest paradox in the modern hardware industry. Demand and money stops mattering. If you are trying to buy the absolute pinnacle of silicon engineering, you have probably noticed that retailers have turned into brick walls. Storefronts are wiping their product pages. European distributors are throwing their hands up, and the tracking bots you are supposed to use to beat the system are completely flatlining. Don't blame your connection. I know you aren't looking in the wrong places. The harsh reality is that the hardware industry has engineered an elite echelon of components, the so-called halo products, that were never actually meant for you to buy. They are silicon mirage, drip-fed from the foundries just to land on the desk of a privileged few reviewers, only to vanish into the abyss of the Asian supply chain or onto the extortionate listing of scalpers. In this video, we dismantle piece by piece the broken logic and the commercial choke points that make building the ultimate PC an impossibility today. To figure out why your cart is still empty, we have to tear down the first major myth. The problem isn't a silicon shortage. The chip-to-printer RTX 5080 are sitting right there. The true bottleneck is mechanical and commercial. Take the MSI 5080 Expert or an extreme motherboard like the Z890 Godlike. These aren't mass-market commodities. They are halo product, the ultimate status symbols. They function exactly like a concept car at an auto show. They exist to sell a fantasy, shatter world records, and asset absolute engineering supremacy, fooling expecting that the halo effect will trickle down and convince you to buy their mid-range lineup. Manufacturing this flagship requires razor-thin tolerances and binary capacitors, 12-layer PCBs, and custom vapor chambers. Building them costs an absolute fortune. The ultimate nightmare for a publicly traded Taiwanese company is dead stock, unsold inventory. If they flooded the market with $1,300 Godlike boards and only sold half, that sitting inventory would absolutely slaughter their quarterly earnings. The solutions? Micro-batch production. They fabricate a few hundred units for the entire global market, drip-feed them to distributors, and wait for them to completely sell out before they even think about firing up the machines again. And here we enter the second circle of hell, logistics. These massive bulky boxes travel via ocean freight to slash shipping costs. From the moment they leave the factory floor in Asia to the time they hit the docks in Rotterdam, you are looking at a solid 2-month journey. Factor in the complete production shutdown during the Lunar New Year in February, and you get the exact black hole we are stuck in right now, an European spring completely starved of premium silicon. Faced with a market like this, logic leaves you an unavoidable crossroads. The first path is one of pure frustration. You admit defeat to the global supply chain, you make compromises, falling back on second-tier hardware or whatever standard edition happened to be in stock. and you ultimately settle for a rig that is nothing like that one you originally designed. The second path is outright rejection. It means you stop chasing silent robots, turn off the stock trackers for a few weeks, and simply refuse to fund great market scalpers of the corporation playing games with artificial scarcity. Here at Rational Tech, the choice is clear. We do not compromise. The budget is locked in. The blueprint for this sustainable build is mapped out down of the last millimeter, but is going to happen strictly on our terms, not the terms of a broken algorithm. If you are also stuck in the logistical limbo budget ready to go, but completely unable to get your hands on the card you actually want, sound off in the comments below. Let's map out the bottleneck of this European market together. Subscribe to the channel. We'll get back to talking about physical hardware the second warehouse inventories start making logical sense again. Until then, stay rational.